Now, let's play at some Gwent.
What would you say to a little game of Gwent?
There's one other conversation option with him as well, which I'm sure we will forget to pursue after this match. But let's play him. Okay, 2 decoys. Siege nerf, don't love that, especially when we appear to have several siege units. Certainly. Yeah, no shortage of siege. However, you are the one that gets more powerful when you have your pair. You don't have your pair. You are another one of that type of person, except you're slightly stronger in terms of base power. Also in the range row rather than melee. But I think we probably do want to dump that. What did we get in return? Did we get a siege card in return for the siege nerf? I think we did. We have a ton in the siege row, yes. Very little outside of that. Which again puts us in this strange place of, well, we do kind of want to play all our siege cards at the same time, so do we go full speed ahead here in round 1? Maybe we do. In which case we start off with the small stuff. I'm hesitant to do so, generally speaking, because I think there's a tendency to play any and everything in round 1, and you can end up overinvesting if you're not careful. That's a muster. Muster is going to be way stronger in round 1, because you have more things to take out of your deck in your hand. Some of those cards did come from his hand. So I think it was roughly 2 from the hand and 2 from the deck, or something like that, because we see that I think he had 8 cards and then played that, went all the way down to 6 in the hand right now. So kind of what I mean is that right now we would need to go pretty aggressive if we were to try to win this one here. But we're we're not quite committed yet, because these guys are, of course, the weakest of our siege units, but they do boost everyone else in the siege row. They are most valuable when we're combining them with everyone else. So, reluctant to do this because it is scorchable. Would hurt. Or you have the siege nerf. We don't have a way out of it. There are certainly, under ideal circumstances, better uses for a decoy. We'd like to steal a spy or replay a medic, but I think on this occasion, when we don't have all that powerful cards, we mostly just have a ton of siege cards. I think getting back powerful siege card. Wait, hold on. Let's do the math here. Which one of you is actually better? You have base 6 strength, usually. So to get you back means that we're saving 6 strength. To get you back, you have 1 strength yourself, boost everyone else in the siege row by 1. Which means you'd have 1 strength yourself, add 1 to you, add 1 to you, add 1 to you. That's 4 total. So you are still worse. That means that the answer is still take back you. And they're continuing to play here. So if you muster even more, especially if you muster more from your hand, then this is fine. Now, for some reason, they're continuing to play cards, even though we have sent a pretty clear signal that we are not really intending to do much more here. So we could deliberately decoy again and bring back one of our siege experts in order to invest even less in this round and prepare ourselves for rounds 2 and 3, which would be kind of nice in that, again, the more units we have in the siege row, the more powerful these guys are. So now at this point, it'd have 1 strength for itself, and then be boosting 1, 2, 3, 4 other units, so 5 total strength, which is something. But I think generally speaking, the decoys are going to be capable of doing at least 5, if not more. So maybe we pass here. The only hope would be that if we were to play another decoy, maybe our opponent continues to be very silly and plays even more cards, even when we have 1 card on the playing field and they have way more strength than we do. But I think maybe we keep it simple here. We have a 4 card advantage. Monsters thing, remember, is that they will keep a card on the playing field. So in truth, it's effectively more like a 3 card advantage, but that is still a ton. Monsters, using that muster ability that we saw with those cards that they played, will of course bring some cards in from the deck. It doubled the strength in that card there as well. Is decent. What I'm thinking we do here is, well, ideally, we would play you, and we'd play you. That'd give us 11 strength, which would mean we would have enough to win without having to dip into our siege pool at all, because of course, siege is our strongest setup right now, well, combining it with our leader ability, double the siege row. The problem with relying on these two is that if our opponent plays one more card, then suddenly it's no longer enough. So it's a bit of a risk there. We hope our opponent passes. They do. Okay, that's perfect. Then that allows us to play Vesemir with just enough strength to eke out a victory here. And our opponent will keep that one card out here. They'll lose the Commander's Horn, but they will still have 5 strength remaining. We will also draw 1 card from winning a round, because that's our thing as Northern Realms. Meaning that functionally they have more like 4 cards, and we will have 6. So it is still card advantage. What do we get? Ooh, Dandelion doubles the melee row. So doesn't double himself. Mostly just a 2 strength unit, so doesn't do too much for us here. We can lead off with him. That way, if our opponent does have a Scorch, it's, well, can Scorch themselves, and they presumably won't do it. Ruess can bring in the other Crones, that's dangerous. We have 1 card remaining. As things currently stand, I think we are still in decent shape here. I'll do our leader ability so that we aren't playing any cards here, so again, if our opponent has a Scorch, they're not going to want to use it. Fortunately, no muster that time, so it's just a single 6 strength unit. Will we have enough across all these cards? Probably do the mental map to find out. I think the answer will be yes, though. As we're seeing here, this adds up pretty darn quickly. And there it is. Victory already. Certainly, once we play that card, if we really wanted to, we could use Decoy to bring back Dandelion and then proceed to replay him. Not that there's much reason to doing that. So, let's pass here and walk away with the victory. So, crowns, yes. As for other stuff, Impenetrable Fog, oh, that's just another weather effect? Surprised we can even get more of those. There was the other conversation that we could theoretically have with you. Oh, just willing to craft something. Okay, never mind.
Farewell.
You thought I would forget. I did not. Okay, is there anything in this building? Obviously, we can go around, and that's where the actual quest thing is. Can we go in here, though? Yes. In fact, we can. We've seen this before? I think so. Didn't recognize it by name. Definitely seen that, though. Definitely seen those as well. No question there. Real lineage of the north? Is this the one that, yeah, it says Ciri is the heir to about 10 different thrones? And there's this stuff here. There's both an upstairs and a downstairs. Definitely read this too. I feel like I hear something. Some kind of monster? Sounds like a frog. Hold on. Read that stuff too. A lot of stuff in this building. Especially if you consider that there are theoretically other floors as well. Dude, man. What on earth did you do to your bed? Is that blood? Do I want to know what that is? Maybe not. Maybe not. Have you read about Oxenfurt? Oxenfurt, a gem snuggling into the bosom of Pontar, the east of Novigrad. Cradle erected upon Redanian soil. Okay, it is technically on Redanian soil, so I suppose that also makes sense. Explaining as to why there are so many Redanians here, in addition to how Radovich trying to take this place over. Nurturing the greatest minds not only of that kingdom, but of all the North. To walk its hallowed academy halls is to embark on a journey through learning. From the finest points of philosophy, the grandest strokes of art, with stops made to admire architecture and dissect medicine along the way. Now, the weird thing is, yeah, I mean, yes, we've obviously been in the city, but I haven't really seen anything that screams, this is a university. Here to either side, and you will spy fellow travelers on your pilgrimage of learning. The students. Mostly just knights. Dardanian knights, but sure. They throng Oxenford streets, lending it an indelible imprint of youth. Again, just doesn't really feel that way. It can be felt the moment you pass through its gates. Dormitories stand cheek by jowl. Do they though? Booksellers hawk used tomes on every corner. That maybe feels a little more truthful. And under every tree, fresh faces debate poetry with passion. Not exactly. Yet youth is not all slate and compass. The young here shirk none of its other typical pastimes. Raucous and merry are the city streets, both by day and more so by night. Yeah, okay, I think we have read that. That does sound familiar after all. Just that, of course, now being in the city, gives a little bit more context. Okay. Is the way through actually downstairs? Is there like a cellar? This almost looks like the quest location is here in this building. What do we have here? Yeah, you know, I actually did not necessarily intend to do that here. Oh! School the cat. Quest updated. I don't know if that's one that we had on our radar. Did not yet found the trousers upgrade or the gauntlet upgrade. Just see. There's one that's currently right on top of us. Yes. The trousers upgrade is theoretically right on top of us. Alchemy Metal is not bad. So it said level 23, which is not totally out of the question for us. Just that maybe that is the monster that I thought I was hearing before. But I think more likely we'll find that's downstairs through whatever. Yeah, okay. This is more so like, I guess I was expecting to go through this door and then find the place we were looking for, but obviously this just ended up being the same building. Yeah, I suspect the cat school stuff's gonna actually be down there. Comfortable to leave us? No, this is locked. Not leave us out of the building. Okay, so we might find some tricky enemies down here. Yeah, girl, you can go down. That's okay, just be on your guard. On one hand, we're looking to get into the estate, yes. On the other hand, we are perhaps trying to seek out those trousers. Trousers. Underworld. Crime bosses. Priorities, right? Okay. So let's perhaps throw on a quick cat potion here. It's rather dark. Are any of these cat potions that we currently have equipped? That's not. That's not. I feel like we're gonna find things that are much easier to see if we were to do that. Like honey. Remember, it's a pretty short duration. But I suppose when we are looking for cat trousers, how better to do it than with a cat potion? Ooh, that is quite helpful indeed. I see that. Okay, that theoretically opened up something. Oh, I thought that was going to be something that we break through with an Ard, but there are our trousers. Okay. That's great. This is unlocked. This, just to confirm, is also unlocked. Do we have any sense as to which direction we're theoretically trying to go in? I don't really know. The trousers, of course, we did pick up 2, and are currently equipping 2 of the feline gear items, and with 3 we would get a bonus. This is locked. Okay, so that's actually kind of helpful. It does suggest that we are not technically supposed to go this way yet, unless there's locked behind us, in which case, we're trapped. Sorry, Admiral Akbar, I didn't believe you. You were right, though. Yeah, it does just make me a little nervous every time I hear that door closing behind us. Yeah, that's definitely something we're hardened down. Come on. Come on, girl. Tell me you can make it over this. Hello, anybody home?
Where are the women? Where's the empty children?
I'm it.
Yeah, about that. What do we want to go with? Maybe we can do anything here. You guys do look a little strange with the cat potion on, not gonna lie. One down. Thought I was gonna be able to get through that. Shield either. Ooh, like really? There? Not doing it? Just you. Come at me, bro. Come at me. What's the matter? Totally not just waiting to parry you. There. What? I threw on the parry. Thank you very much. There we go. Okay, and the cat potion expires. Just as we're wrapping things up there. That's fine. Okay, so yeah, we picked up our trousers. Bought some of these guys here. And I think we did sell... Yeah, we sold enough here that I think we'll probably be fine in terms of our carrying capacity for at least a little while. One of those Novigrad swords was of yellow rarity. I mean, that's typically one of the weakest types of weapons, but if it's a high enough base level, this one here, yeah, it's still pretty bad. Okay. Anything else to loot here, or we move on up? I mean, of course, does appear as though our identity is perhaps compromised. Maybe, however, maybe at this point, if we were to say, I don't know, like, remove the mask, they'll never see us coming. They'll never know. But also, hello. So I mean, we're searching for him. Let's take another look at the quest, because I'm sure things are going to get very violent. But are we trying to actually take him out? Is the objective to actually defeat him? Or are we just trying to have a nice, peaceful talk? Something tells me that's going to be not the easiest thing to make happen, but bear in mind that that might be on the table. Also imagining that, you know, basically anyone here that we find is going to want to pick a fight with us. Although we are looting peacefully at the moment, it may not last for long, because, yup, hello! We have some friends here to visit. Another person trying to get through the door, but he's like, I'm not sure I want to go through anymore. See what happened to my friend over there, and, well, not a huge fan of it, to tell you the truth. I'll take your grilled chicken, though. Alright. Any other people in here to interrupt us as we are doing our looting? Hopefully not. I'd like to loot in peace. Actually, I was gonna say leads us outside. It does, actually, yeah, it leads us outside.
Come on.
Oh, okay. Maybe we shouldn't have come out here, though. It's not immediately, because there are probably going to be a lot more where those guys came. Oh, that actually dealt a surprising amount of damage. Now, that's a little ironic coming from you, not gonna lie. Or with, you know, your name and all. Did you ever... Oh, I was sidestepping every so often, just picked the wrong time to stop. How are you getting damaged right now? Just scared of us? I mean, yeah, I suppose, like we were saying, any thought of stealth was probably already out the window. So, suppose maybe not terrible if we go out here with, there's all these people, but it, did you all at the same thing? That'd be lovely. Did we do just that? We might have. Oh, another bow dude. Not cool, man. Not cool. Ow! Don't do that. None of that. I think for now, that's the last of them. Don't need your crossbow bolts. Thank you very much. Kind of want to head back inside, though, to see if there's anything else in there. Just loot this last guy here. Then, we'll head back out once we check this stuff here. Ooh, hold on. Again, largely junk. Oftentimes, we would opt to just not even pick those up. Yeah, there might have been a way to stealth through if we'd gone through, well, that side door I think would have helped. But then just kind of hung out over there. Might have had to have fought our way into the... In fact, we might even be in this building. Might have had to fight our way through all that stuff if we had not successfully convinced the guy to let us in initially. So in some ways, it might kind of be like we're backtracking when we do that, but I mean, is it ever really a bad idea to fight more enemies? Like here, we go upstairs, I bet that's where he will be. In that case, yeah, I probably would like to make a point of exploring a little bit more, seeing what this place is all about. Are more crossbowmen. I swear I pressed the dodge to the side button. I saw you aiming it. There's no mystery that you were trying to take us out there. Who's left? You are also a crossbowman. That's what happens when we crit. They go down in one hit. We didn't even hit them from behind or anything. I guess we don't... I don't think we have the extra damage from behind yet. Unless that's always a thing. And the cat gear bonus is just even more damage on top of that when we hit people from the back. Maybe. But while we're at it, let's just take a second here. Do some looting. Is this the same building? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's technically just barely in the circle here, where we could theoretically find our man. So, not impossible for that to happen here. I'm kind of thinking it is in the other building, but could be wrong. This is locked. Maybe that does mean that he's in here. We're just going to need to talk to some people first and find a way to get that key. Might talk to him. I mean, more likely than not, fight to the death. Can't go in there. Sure. That would have been the main door. This is the place where we talk to the people and convince them to let us in the secret way. So that's what I mean, where I bet if we did not successfully do that, we would have had to have fought all these guys. Now we're just kind of like fighting them anyway, even though we don't need to per se. But I think that's fine, just for the sake of exploring this place, seeing what there is, and a little bit of extra enemies to take out. Oh, hold on. Hold on. We had it. Okay. Anything else? And like food and stuff here, which is, you know, we haven't found anything amazing per se, but on the whole, had all that stuff up and becomes a bit valuable to us. I think that's just about it, though. I think we do head back into this building here. And as suspected, I think we will find that this is the place that we're looking for. Likely going up the staircase that we saw earlier. Let's drop another save. Yeah, I think the other thing is I'm quite impressed with the damage on our new weapon. Like we were saying, our steel sword is definitely far better than our... Oh!
Fucking degenerate. He so much as touched Ciri, he'll pay.
Yeah, Yeah, this is like absolutely atrociously awful. Okay, looks like our quest indicator is taking us over there. Obviously, some things happened here.
Nailed it to the wall.
Nailed her to the wall. Holy moly! Dude, man, you got serious problems. Okay, also things that may get blurred here. You can probably guess based on what we saw in that previous room. Oh my god, people hanging from the ceiling. What the heck is wrong with you, dude? That's insane.
What the sandwich fuck is this?
That.
No, fuck me.
Okay, so again, this could just turn into a brawl. Something tells me this guy isn't much for sophisticated diplomatic conversation.
Help me for fuck's sake.
No one's coming.
Yeah, we kind of made a point of taking everyone else out.
Stop. What? What do you want?
Well, there you have it. Here's our opportunity. So, like I was saying before, I'll be honest. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's that much to get out of him. I mean, apparently you have some knowledge of Ciri, so we definitely do want to talk about that. But it does seem like your connection is, at least at the moment, not that strong. And so, unless you have some juicy details that you've been holding out that we don't yet know about, it does seem like, for the most part, you're just a genuinely horrendous human being, and there's not much else to it. Give you a chance to give us something.
I'll do
Something.
whatever you want.
Can we have this conversation in a different room, maybe? No, not here, please.
Got a few questions to start with.
I'll tell you everything.
I'm looking for a young woman and a minstrel. I know you've met them.
A bird? What fucking...
Funny.
Ashen-haired with a sword on her back, just like me.
Yeah. That was... I remember.
I mean, we
Pay
can
attention now. You'll tell
play
the
bad
truth.
cop here.
Want to know why?
I won't lie. Honest.
Took me a long time to find you. Wasn't an easy road to travel. I'm angry and tired. Had to talk to people I didn't want to talk to. Wouldn't normally talk to. Some of them tried to cheat me. Some tried to lie. I didn't like it one bit. I feel like one more lie'd be the last bitter drop in a chalice full of sorrow. And then I'd do something I would later regret.
Errol,
Now
some
you
poetry.
know why you can't lie to me?
Yes.
Good.
Okay. Now, fess
I'd
up.
like to know how the ashen-haired woman ended up meeting you, and what
Did
happened
meet
to her.
her.
What happened to her? She attacked me.
Lie one more time, and I'll cut your balls off.
Won't be funny when we do it.
We'd made a deal. I was to repair their magic filler, what's it? The girl and the songster were to bring me Siggy Reuven's treasure. They didn't, so I might have flown off the handle a bit, I admit.
What did you do?
I nabbed their flunky, Dodo, and waited for them to come for him. Look, this. Here's what they wanted fixed.
That's what they wanted fixed. They came to you to try to get it
Phylactery?
fixed. You kidnapped
Fix
Dudu.
something like this?
Get them,
Not me. I know a guy.
try to react.
Wasting my time, Junior. I need details.
I'll tell you all. Just the way it happened.
Okay, we're gonna go on a little trip back in time here with Ciri, perhaps? A few weeks earlier. And that's telling as well, gives us a sense as to how far behind her we are.
Got a
To a
bad
certain
feeling
extent, I
about
suppose.
this.
That's
Calm
Dandelion.
down, Dandelion. We can't leave Dudu in Horson Jr.'s hands, you know that.
I know, but my gut can't be reasoned with, and no amount of sympathy I feel can silence it. Blot it out.
And that was kind of Junior's whole point, right? Was to try to bait them into seeking him out. Okay, so we are, of course, Ciri now. We can go in alone without Dandelion. Dandelion, of course, well, is... I would say a talker, not a fighter. Then again, his mouth does get him in trouble more often than not as well, so... Generally not a great idea, I'd say, bringing him into the thick of things, but at the same time, having extra friends can sometimes be reason enough. We're going this together.
Cheer up. We can manage this, I'm certain.
Famous last words right there.
Have you learned where Horson is keeping Dudu?
Room on the top floor. One with the balcony.
I'll need to cross onto the roof. Wait for me in front of Junior's house. And I know it's difficult, but do try to look inconspicuous.
I mean,
If they
I don't really think
if they
that's
hurt
Dandelion's
you,
thing.
Horson will pay.
I must climb onto the roof.
Okay, so, as a reminder, we are now Ciri, of course. We shouldn't have access to much of anything other than our map. Interestingly, we are not in the same location. I mean, Oxenford is... We just saw, we were down there. This is a totally different area. Oh, this is... We're trying to rob them of... the treasure? Are we not? I mean, I'd like to also look at our quest. Maybe see for certain, but... Just take a quick look around here. See what, if anything, there is. Check out here. But then, of course, we will ultimately end up going up. Just want to make sure we're not missing anything here. But I think since we don't even have access to our inventory, I'd be rather doubtful we can do anything. Oh, Link, teleport during combat to get behind your foes. I mean, we don't really need to have this out, I suppose, but it is interesting to at least see the description of it. We've probably done it many times before, but learned of it just by doing, not by reading about it like that. Okay, so, yep, this should be presumably pretty straightforward here, as long as Ciri cooperates. I mean, this is the correct direction, yes, although I am curious as to what's
On with
over
the
there.
balcony.
Looking for the balcony, you say? I mean, on one hand, I am intrigued. That is a bad idea. Ooh, okay, maybe don't walk terribly quickly over the top of the roof like that. Don't know if we'll go plummeting to our demise. Rather not do that. Okay, here is seemingly the balcony we're looking for.
There's the balcony. Let's see what's inside.
Okay, so we go in this door. No. Peek through the window. Sneak in that way. Anything else here? I doubt it. Yeah, is that well? Yup, definitely on the northern island of Novigrad. Let's see what we find.
And now, my dear Dodo, I believe I'll try a different tune. Afraid I'm bored with this one.
You're fucking balmy, Junior! Anyone tell you that?
No, most say I'm nice. Wants to get to know me.
So you enjoy good company? Like to make new acquaintances?
You plan to introduce me to someone interesting?
Perhaps.
There you
Why,
are.
hello there.
Good of you to come.
I mean, you were kind of
I've
expecting
been
us,
waiting
yes.
for you.
We about to get into a little bit of a tussle here? Yeah, it does seem so. Okay, you are going to fight us. There's the dash. Ooh. You were about to tell us something in the bottom corner there, right as I was, well, in the middle of this fight. We use our dash to get behind enemies, which I think will be a nice bonus, like this. I'm not really thinking of this in that regard. I'm mostly just using it in the same way that Geralt would use dash, but it is different. And then we can teleport through people, and hopefully make it such that it is more difficult for them to parry.
Where's Reuben's treasure?
Like this. And take you out. Ooh.
An eye for an eye.
So presumably this is Dudu. He's calling him Dodo before, so pretty certain about that.
They're coming.
Dudu, listen. This is what we'll do.
Right. You better tell him the plan quickly. Don't have much time remaining.
Get that fucking whore!
Oh. Buy him some time, Dudu, to escape. Meanwhile, we got company.
On shit! Grab the cunt!
Basically, just hit and run here. As we were saying before, we can kinda make a point of teleporting behind people. We only have so much ability to do that. Is, I believe, our blue meter. Is that going down when we use it? No, I'm not noticing it that much, to be honest. Okay, one down. Two down. Hey, man, while you're dancing, we'll just hack your face off. Not really sure what we are actually doing from them, but there's a bear trap on the ground. Okay, just ignore the fact that I basically stepped on it to see if there's anything to do with it. Yeah, so I don't know. I think what might happen is that once we're done with Ciri, when we go back to Geralt, we just basically get all these items that we picked up with her in one fell swoop. I think that's how it works. Vaguely remember that happening once or twice before. Can we go through here? Doesn't look like it. Was there a way through here? I don't think so either. Does look like there's another room, but we can't get there. So we'll head through this way. The main way, it seems. Might be more friends. Seems like that is, in fact, the case. Kinda dash into that one. Owie. Please don't do that. Or that matter. One thing, Ciri is, of course, very elusive, yes, but she does have relatively low HP. Like here, you're saying, whoa, we actually are fairly low, but yes, it does seem that we can totally spam this ability. It's pretty awesome, but at the same time, I did just like dash directly into people. Does not help. As you can see here, we could use a little bit of regeneration right about now. We just bide a little bit of time here, make it so that we can at least take another hit if necessary. We are, of course, the most difficult of enemies with the shield, but you're down there. We take a minute to loot, heal up. I do think we heal more quickly when we're outside of battle. That helps too. Could be back on full HP by the time we next run into someone. Oh, they were playing a little bit of Gwent, were they? Let's see if there's anything else for us to loot. There is indeed. Anything over here? Not quite. Oh, it would be helpful if we could still teleport when we're outside of combat. We can still run a bit. I think were we here as Geralt a while ago? We may have been. Headed down, though. Was this... Oh, hold on. Was this the casino? Where we saw they had the interrogation room previously? Is that what this was? Where we saw, what was his name? Rico? Or Nico? Something like that? And we rescued him? I don't know, it's a similar type of building. I'm not 100% certain that it's exactly the same one. Here we go. It does look really familiar, though. I feel like that might be the case. Again, we do want to be a little bit careful because Ciri has low HPs. We get rid of one of these guys and make it a little bit more of a straightforward fight. That's great. Healing without taking damage in the process. You did block me there. I did not like. One down. Oh, you did. Oh, yeah, you actually hit me, both of you that time. That's not really a place I want to get stuck here. We could bide a little bit of time and regenerate some HP. We very much need it. Another one down. Shield dude is, of course, a little trickier. Rather not teleport ourselves into the corner. That's less than ideal. You want to turn your back to us, though. That is nice. Ugh. Speaking of turning our back, we kind of just did that to them. And just want to make sure that we are at the point where one hit will not be enough to take us out. We did hit that guy. Both of the guys, actually, that time around. Ooh, hit us as well. It's a little hard to predict where exactly we're going to end up when we teleport. So sometimes I'm like, I think we're going to be outside of the sword swing range, but if we just catch the edge of it, use the block we can. That's a thing that we should be doing a lot more of. That would be helping a lot if we were to do that more often. I was getting a little too happy about, a little too trigger happy with teleporting. I mean, it is a lot of fun. It's pretty sweet. Even if it arguably might have gotten us into trouble a few times there. Let's just see if there's anything else to loot in here. There is. And then, I have to imagine we're on the ground floor now. I think we're getting close to making it out of here. And Dudu presumably did escape. What's up, Jay? Yes, Siri OP indeed. You know, it takes a little bit of getting used to. And I think you know, I'm a big fan of the teleport. Maybe a little bit too much of a fan of the teleport. Because, as you saw there at the end, maybe does make more sense to just block. But hey, ultimately it worked. Got the job done. Okay. I think that's just about everything in here. So let's head out.